I took off today because I have been so exhausted just from life. And I was thinking last night when I was getting ready for work today that more people need to talk about what comes after you say yes. I'm a slow yes. I've said that many times in posts, but I don't think I've ever realized that the hardest part isn't getting to yes when God is calling for you to do something or calling for you to change. The hardest part is what comes after you have finally given in and committed to doing the thing that you're called to do, because so often you're out of your comfort zone. I always laugh when people say they don't try to control things, because I think everybody is always learning how to relinquish a little bit or a lot of their will to God instantaneously, because it's a process and it's not always easy. It gets easier the better and the more you learn to trust Him, and that's a process. God had been dealing with me about something, and I was sitting in church last week and I felt like He said to me, just let it happen. And that felt funny because we don't think of God speaking to us in that way, but it was the way He needed to say it to me, and it was the way I heard it very clearly. Just let it happen. But even in that moment, I was just like, well, how do I let it happen? How do I let go? And then yesterday I was thinking about it again and realized that the part of me that still needs this thing that God is saying evolve from, people, places, things, this is relevant to that. This part of me that still needs it, I also need to let that go. Like that old part of me, I talked about this in my first podcast episode, that I'm a slow pivot from old parts of myself. And so I realized yesterday that the part of me that still thinks that I need this thing, that part of me is also no longer necessary.